Hello again. Welcome to the Codependent Knitters, take two. we were probably 20 minutes in and realized we weren't recording again. But this is episode 50. And this is my friend Lisa.
And that's my friend Dawn.
And I think we're pointing in the right direction this time because I figured out how to move her on my screen.
Exactly right.
Yeah, we're the Codependent Knitters. If you're just joining us, thanks for joining us. And if you're coming back, thanks for coming back. If you give us a thumbs up and follow us on YouTube, we appreciate that. If you subscribe to our channel. I'm in Sarnia, Ontario.
And I'm in Muskoka, Ontario. I was in Sarnia, but we moved.
So we haven't seen each other in a while.
I know, right? I know, it's making me think.
You've been outdoorsy lately.
I know. We purchased a pass to the Ontario Park. So we've been to Algonquin Park a couple times, did some hiking. And for Christmas, we bought paddle boards for my daughter and I. So I've actually been out on the water, which is crazy. I know. My daughter goes out and she's in her bathing suit and she's swimming in the water and she's doing whatever. It is stone cold. I am in a tracksuit with a hat. and I'm out on the paddle board, but it's fun. It's really good. So
yeah. And I went back to work about 6 weeks ago. It kind of happened a little fast. I just saw a company advertising that they were hiring and thought, okay, I'm ready to go back to work. So I'm working with an Australian company again, doing medical transcription. Not the same company I worked for last summer, but very similar. And I love it. It's going great.
Good. And you're enjoying it?
I am. And it's nice to have a little bit of yarn. So I've got some yarn money. I only get paid monthly. I get to send my invoice to them once a month. So the timing worked out perfectly for the beginning of May with the Be a Freaking Unicorn when their sales went live at the beginning of May. What else was I gonna say? I bought a loom. I bought an Ashford Knitters loom. And from someone who was selling it. So I have to learn how to weave now. So I have no idea. I don't even know what the parts are called, but I'm going to learn how to weave. Yeah. So we have some knit along prizes. So we are closing off our 52 weeks of socks. Make along. I think it was primarily knitted socks. There were 508 entries. So thanks to everyone who participated. We decided to pick 3 winners because we had so many entries. So winner number 1 is number 90, who is Chester Cat. Her real name is Alexa. Send me your mailing address on Ravelry, Alexa, and I will get a prize to you. Everybody is getting sock yarn. So we'll get that out to you in the mail. Our next winner was number 238, Sharbuski or Sharon. Congratulations, Sharon. I think Sharon used Timber Yarns in her entry. It was the vintage Christmas colorway, which I love. And number 342, Marg. Marg is a friend of ours. We've known Marg for a while, so I probably have your address, Marg. You don't have to send me that, but congratulations, everyone. Thank you for participating. That was a really successful, long-running knit along.
Yeah.
And then we decided to close the Strand the Stripes knit along as well. There were a few people who dared to be adventurous with their self-striping sock yarn and put some color work into them. So there were 5 entries, like other than my initial post. So 5 entries, and our random number generator picked number 2, who was Anne. And there's a picture on the screen of her gorgeous colorwork self-striping socks. They're beautiful, Anne. So thanks to everyone who participated. Actually, you know what I might do, Lisa? I might just pop everyone's picture from those because there's only 5 of them. I'm going to pop them in the slideshow at the end.
Perfect.
So everyone them. And speaking of that, the slideshow we do at the end of each episode, we've been featuring a lot of our viewers' finished projects. So if you go on our Ravelry thread and if you want to have your project shown, post it in the Show Your FO thread. I try to pick, a few. Some people post, a couple of them. So I'll pick a couple of them from that person. I might not pick them all, but I try and pick a couple to put at the end of every episode. So there's a slideshow to watch at the end of of our episode if you stick around. And then we still have the All Things Leo and Roxy.
Yeah.
Take along. I have a pair of Colorwork socks, which I'll show later in my whips. Are you doing anything with that?
I am. I'm doing a sweater.
Oh, cool. Awesome. You've been busy with sweaters.
I know, right?
Yeah. We should quickly before we get into our knitting. We also have a new make along. It's the Be a Freaking Unicorn make along. So if you haven't yet watched our guest interview with Vicky from Songbird Fibres, please watch it. She talks a lot more detail about the Be a Freaking Unicorn project. She was one of the people who organized it. And we decided to host a knit along or a make along. So any yarn from any of the participating vendors. And there were also a couple patterns. So if you knit, one of the patterns from the people that publish patterns, it's part of that. And you should see this video while the sales are still open. So that project was running until May 24th, and all the participating vendors are listed on the website, and I'll link to it in the notes below. So you can see what they're offering, and some of them are sold out very quickly, but they are restocking or doing some pre-sale orders for more inventory. So you can still pick up some of those, and there's some beautiful offerings. We bought a couple things. You've got some coming in the mail. I've got some coming in the mail, so they're not quite ready for this, but
yeah, I've had some retail therapy lately.
Have you? We'll have to get to that in our episode. I have to. Okay, well, let's get to knitting.
All right, perfect.
You've been busy knitting sweaters.
Yes, sweaters. I have so do you want me to start with my FOs?
Whatever you want to start with.
Okay, so I did a Jennifer Steingass test. It is the Forsythian, and it's gorgeous. I love it. She does a really good pattern. It's very easy to follow. It's size inclusive. It's straightforward. So this is I did the long sleeve with the rolled neck. She gave us a choice of a couple of different necks and whatnot. So it turned out beautifully. In the picture we were given, this was actually yellow, but it reminds me of pine boughs. Mm-hmm. Right? So I wanted to do it in green, and then there's so very surprised because this is the Cascade 220 Sport. I had this in the silver in my stash for obvious reasons. And I had the green, but I ordered a different green and a yellow. And I also had it in gray. So I was going to do it gray on gray, but I really kind of thought this was a bit more in keeping with the design. So yeah.
And it's still very neutral.
It is. It's still very neutral, but it's I love the colors. Haha, Louise, I used yellow, but yeah. But it's gorgeous. And I would recommend any of her patterns, even if you're not an experienced stranded knitter, because a lot of hers has a short repeat. So if you forget to pick it up, it's not that big of a deal. Let me just show you the inside quickly.
So there's no really long color runs.
There's not really a lot of long repeats. See, they're pretty, so I didn't really have to pick any up. I just basically did just went and did it. And the repeats are so, they're kind of uniform. Do you know what I mean? Like the way the design is, but a lot of hers are like that with shorter repeats. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah,
nice. So before we go on, what are you wearing?
Oh, I'm wearing my European road trip shawl that we made out of the jade sapphire silk.
Still,
Yeah. And it's cashmere and linen. It's so soft. Yeah. And the pattern is from Espace Tricot.
yeah, it's a free pattern from Espace Tricot.
Like
you've
3
knit,
of these.
yeah, you've knit 3 of those.
Mm-hmm.
Not all for you, just 1 for you.
Yeah, only 1 for me. So what are you wearing?
I'm wearing, this is one of my FOs. This is the Lightweight Hipster by Joji Locatelli. And it's a 1 skein fingering weight. And do I have it on upside down? I don't know. Here it is. And I used Malabrigo Machita, and the colorway is 667 Storm. And it's just, I'm going to double it up here. It's got blues and beiges. It's gorgeous. Some browns. And it's perfect for a denim jacket, a little denim jacket accessory. The Canadian tuxedo, as it's known.
Yeah, right. I have a jean jacket that's scuffed up, like my, it looks like it's worn in, and I have had it for probably 10 years.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things that never goes out. I wear it with like summer dresses. I wear it. Yeah. But it's just funny because, once you got one, you never get rid of it.
Well, I'm not getting rid of this one. Okay. Do you want me to do one more?
Yep, do one more because you have a bunch of them, don't you?
I have a pile of socks.
Yeah.
Because, so we've been doing a lot of knit Zoom, a lot of online knitting with a few friends. And there's another group that I join some evenings during the week. And so socks are just really easy, of course. And I always have socks on my needles, but they're easy to do while you're talking because I have re-knit a few things. So these have been on my needles for a while. These are the Snowfall Socks by Tabith Gandee.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Tabby, she's from Hey Sister Yarn Co. Well, they're not dyeing yarn anymore, but you may know of her from their podcast. Yarn Co. Isn't it pretty? See the
it's pretty
pattern there. And the yarn is Vivid Yarns, Meow. And so I had it in my Dolphina bag with all the cats on it.
That's cute.
Yeah, I just love it. Great socks. This was a great pattern. I mean, it's, one repeat and you've got it down. So I actually did do this on some Zoom knitting. So I have those socks finished. You go next because you've got another sweater, I'm sure.
So I did this one out of, it's Robin and it's Josee. How do you say Paquin?
Josee Paquin?
Yeah, it's called Robin and I knit it out of the Roslyn by Cascade, which is a silk wool blend that I'd made a sweater out of before. And I can tell you this cannot go in the wash from previous lessons. But I made this one, and you know what? It's got the dolman sleeves. Sleeves, and it's cozy. It's like a sweatshirt, to be honest.
So we can see it.
So it's got a lot of positive ease. The back is longer. It's a bit longer than the front. I didn't make it as long as they do on the pattern. But yeah, I just love it because again, dolman sleeves, big raglan decreases. And it's super comfy, super, super comfy. Wide neck. So you know how you have a sweater that's kind of like a sweatshirt that I can wear when I leave the house instead of my ratty old sweatshirt. So yeah, it is. And again, now this yarn has been discontinued. So you're hard pressed to get it now, but it's beautiful
yarn.
I love the yarn. I love it. It's so soft.
I can see it's got beautiful drape just as you're handling it there.
Yeah. So it's from black, it's got a dark gray base, then it's got little black flecks on it, and it's got light fat flecks.
Yeah,
it does. It's so. This would.
You need to get some good photos of you wearing those so I can pop them in here.
No, I will because again, it's just so cozy and comfy. But it looks better than a sweatshirt or whatnot. So but I've been wearing that
Beautiful.
a bit. Yeah, so
Nice.
having sweaters hanging all over the place dry in here.
I have more socks. I knit the Magic Heel socks, and these are by the Autumn Acorn.
Did you wear them? How did they fit?
I haven't worn them yet.
Okay.
I didn't want to stretch them all out. Oh no, I did try them on. That's not true. I did try them on, and then I washed them. They fit great. They fit great. So it's got a ribbed heel.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Gingersnap, that their Pixel Fade yarn.
That is gorgeous.
This colorway is Inchworm, and the sets come with two minis.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a pink and a green, and then the other sock I did in the opposite.
Oh, nice.
So this is how it looks, when you're knitting it, because the ribbing sucks it in where the heel is. Yeah. But it fits just lovely. A couple people asked me if it bunches at the front of the foot. Okay, it's bunching here because I scrunched it down. When I tried it on, I didn't notice. Actually, I did wear these, and then I washed them for the episode. I did wear them. Yeah, I didn't notice any problems with fit. It may depend on your gauge. It may depend on your foot size.
Your shoes.
But and my normal socks kind of bunch up in the front anyways. So I didn't have any problem with it. I think the fit's great. I did my ribbing. I did 5 inches of the heel. So I think the pattern tells you sort of a range, but I find that's just the right amount for me. And I did these top down so that I could try them on and just see where it ended. The 5 inches on my foot, I have an 8.5, size 8.5 foot. Perfect. And this set from Gingersnap, they make full sets as well as mini sets, where the 2 skeins, not the mini skeins, but your regular yarn skeins, are a little bit smaller. So I used the full amount, and I just got a perfect sock. And then I had the mini skeins, right, for heels or for cuffs and toes. I think they're about 30 grams or 35 grams for each. So you get the 2 that are exactly matched, right? And then they do sell the full sets where you get, the full 50 grams per foot. Yeah.
That Kim is some talented.
Oh my gosh. And they sent us, so if you want to see how it looks, when I ordered mine, she sent us one for a giveaway. So this is their Sparkle Pixel.
Oh, nice.
Set. They sent the full set. So you can see this one's called Cyan, I think. Yeah, Cyan. And it's got the blue to black, and then there's a mini of each. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kim and Colin. They've given us more yarn, which I'm going to show. They sent a Pixel mini set. Oh no, I ordered that one. That one's mine. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute. I ordered this one. They did send yarn to give away, but I ordered this one, and it's called Sugar Cookie. And again, I ordered the mini. So you get the Pixel one, and then you get a pink and a gold minis. But they sent a full skein of candied maple.
That's pretty.
This would make a gorgeous lightweight hipster, wouldn't it?
Right.
So that's going in our giveaway bucket. That's what they sent us for a giveaway. They're so fantastic. And they've just put out a new, I forget what it's called. I'm going to look it up because they've just released it.
It's a worsted weight pixel, isn't it?
It's a full skein gradient pixel. It's called Frenzy.
That's it. Yeah.
So we have a new dye technique, and it's Frenzy. So they're calling it Pixel's Big Sister. So it's more saturated, and they're doing full skein. So if you wanted to do a whole shawl, you get that in a shawl. Isn't that amazing? It's beautiful. So they've already launched it. Just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Your turn. Can you go?
The dog's barking to be let out.
Oh.
Okay, so I went there. Okay, so I have 2 whips, but this whip is almost done. I did another test knit. It is the Wildclover for what's her name? For Alicia Plummer.
Mhm.
And it's a short sleeve raglan.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got lace at the bottom. Now, to me, because of the colors I picked, they actually look like whale tails.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. So, and she gives you two options. She gives you the option to do the whole thing top down, or she gives the option to do the sweater top down, do the lace, and then graft it all together. And she's really good at describing how to do that. But yeah, so this is it was a test knit. I just have to finish up. Now, okay, so I use stitch markers, and somehow my stitch markers got off. I don't know how, but so I usually put a stitch marker before I do the raglan, right? But it got off. So it looked like I zigged when I should have zagged. So it went down and then it went like this. I couldn't believe it. I had to rip it all back. So yeah. And then there was another thing I did. And you know what? It's not the designer's fault. It is the operator. So I was just I don't know why. It was because she writes a beautiful pattern. It's very straightforward. It's very easy to understand, but my brain was just not functioning at all. So yeah, but I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with the color. Now you can see the color difference because I used hand dyed. You see the color difference? It almost looks stripes because I used the helical knitting, and I'm so glad I did, because you would have seen the big stripes, right? So yeah, so that's helical knitting, and it just looks like a finer stripe.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yes, I'm really happy with the way that turned out. I just have to do the collar, like a little bit for the ribbon collar, and then I'll tuck all the ends in and soak that puppy.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Wow. You know, I love that.
I know you do. When I saw it, I was like, I know someone's going to want it. So yeah.
Okay, well, I have another pair of socks.
You were like the queen of socks today.
I'm going to put them on a...
Put them on sock. Oh, were those the Shirley Bryant ones?
Yeah, so this magic heel sock is fantastic for any dyed or pattern, like even commercially patterned yarn, where you don't want to interrupt the pattern.
Yeah.
Right. With any kind of heel, because even if you like pretty much, other than if you do a cut-in heel with a different color, right? So it's great for that because you just keep knitting. So I did Shirley Bryant yarns. This is Herding Cats. And I did it toe up.
Okay.
With who's magic cast on? Who's Judy's magic cast on for the toe. Okay. And then because it's this magic heel, I didn't have to worry about, like, I just compared it to my other sock. Okay, about where did I start the heel, right? Okay. And so it fits beautifully. And then I just kept going. So I wanted to use the whole skein this time. But here it is. Yeah. And then it blends up into this lighter color that I just love.
Did you do increases in the calves?
Okay. I did. I mean, I'm going to wear them as a slouch.
Oh, yeah.
However, so I did increases. I did 4 per round. So I did these on magic loops. So 2 front, 2 back, every 20 rows ish. Okay. I just did 4 increases per round every 20 rows. So I just love it. And it's just going to be a slouchy.
Yeah. See, I have big calves. Like I have, and I find I would, something like that, even if I wanted it to remain slouchy, I would have to do some increases. So that's good.
Yeah. And if you look by the end of it, like this is huge. So, you know, that for sure, I could pull these right up to my knees, but it was every 20 rows. So it was really gradual.
Yeah.
So you can see here how much it sucks in where that heel is, right? It looks kind of fun. But it fits very well. I love this magic heel.
Well, you know, I'm one of those people where my socks tend to add up until it's time to do heels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you don't have to. It's beautiful.
That might be my.
You don't have to, you don't have to put in waste yarn or markers or anything. You can knit this in a knit group. Right? So yeah, it's fantastic. I just love it. And then because I did toe up and I wanted to use all of it, like you literally can, because you can just keep going. And I did a rolled hem or a roll. I didn't even do a cuff. I just, when I got to what it looked like about probably 2 meters left,
Cast off.
then I did the bind off. So I had a very small chunk of yarn left over.
Oh, nice.
Because it's a slouch sock anyway. So I don't want it ribbed. I don't, right? And it looks cute with the roll.
I like them. They're nice.
It's a slouch. Yeah, me too. Love these. This is like a new fave. Like anything I do, even self-striping. I haven't done it yet on self-striping, but it would work beautifully for self-striping.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to worry about a cut-in heel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I love it. Okay. Do you have something else?
I don't have any more whips. I don't have any more FOs. I just have the sweater I'm working on now.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's the one you showed? Okay. Yeah. I have another FO.
I do a couple more FOs.
Well, I think I just have one more FO.
Okay, cool.
And I finished this a little while back and kind of forgot about it till I was looking at my Ravelry projects. So I did a hat and it's called Start with a Square. And I think she also has Start with a Diamond.
I remember this. Yeah.
You start down and go out. So it hasn't been blocked yet. So it's kind of a little bit not pointy, but you literally, you start with a square and then.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I should have put it on my my head form. So it's like a broken rib type pattern, and it's by Anna Daku, the Bluebird box, and you can make it a couple of different lengths. So it's, it can be like a slouchy, or you can fold it up once, or you can keep going and fold it twice and make it like, right, tighter. Oh, that's really, yeah, nice. I don't like how I look in hats. So yeah, it's awesome. So I think it might have called for DK and mohair together. And I used fingering double with mohair. So the fingering, I have very little left. It was in my stash. It's Songbird Fibres. No. I'll cut that out. It's have that on my brain. It's Hedgehog Fibres Skinny Singles, and it's called Artifact, the colorway. That's what's left of it. So there's just all kinds of little multicolored flecks in it. It's actually really fun. And then I had, I don't even have any left. I had some leftover mohair. I think I had around 30 some grams. And it was, I had to write it down. What was it? Kid Silk Lace in Cherry Tart. No, that's the fiber comment. Okay, it was Lizzie-Anne. Okay, here we go. It was Lizzie-Anne Yarns, Kid Silk Lace, Cherry Tart colorway that I used in my cowl that's back there.
Mm-hmm.
I had some of that left over. So I held that with the fingering held.
It's pretty.
Double. Yeah. Isn't it gorgeous?
It's gorgeous. Yeah. Love it.
So this is nice and warm because there's 2 strands of fingering and mohair. Yeah. So it's a little bit denser than if you had just used one squishy strand of DK. But this is going to be a really warm toque. I like wearing toques when we go out for walks because it keeps the wind out of my ears. I just find like cold wind. So I used up most of that, which was great. And then, I did them on a 3.75 millimeter needle. So I can't remember what the pattern called for, but I was really happy with my loose tension.
Now, I find it funny because I love hats.
I know, but you look nice in them. I think it helps if you have hair.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I put a hat on, right, it's just those, yeah. I have a big round.
I wear hats when I want to put the windows down. So I can see, yeah. Right? And just, I wear them so much. So, but yeah, like you said, I have long hair, so you always see the hair. But yeah. No.
Do you have any other whips?
No, I do. I have this one. This is the Super Summer Sweater by Joji Locatelli. And I am making it out of, just like you did, out of the cotton wool by Leo and Roxy. But mine is called Smoke.
It's super simple summer sweater.
It's super simple summer sweater.
I love it.
So yeah, it's kind of neat because the skein red as almost a solid, but when you look at it, there's a blue and like there's tons of colors in there. And again, I'm doing the helical knitting because it's a hand dye. And it's really, I love it. It's really coming together and I love the way the color reads. Like just it, yeah. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. They've done
You're
it.
gonna love that sweater. It's such a great fit. It's a total sweatshirty fit.
Right.
I love mine.
Yeah, so.
Awesome. I have lots of whips. That's part of my problem. I've been just casting on a bunch of stuff. So I'll just mention a couple. I have
Cast on all the things, cast them all on. I'm just kidding.
well, because there's all these new things. Okay.
No.
Our Leo and Roxy, all things Leo and Roxy make along.
Yeah.
So this pattern is Charlotta the Fourth by Natalie Sheldon, who is Remembrances Pottery. I think she put this out last year or the year before. This pattern. Hang on, I'm going to show you how they're going to look because I'm not very far along.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know that pattern.
How they'll look. I'm going to do them both the same, like the color work. So navy for the background, and these are the Leo and Roxy basics. So it's got the navy for the background, Queen's navy, and then the natural, which is not quite white. So that's how much I've got done. And I did the little twisted rib cuff. This pattern calls for, I believe, 68 stitches. And then you can cast on 64, but you need 68 for the color work. I find this yarn is just a little bit of a light fingering. Okay. I'm using a 2.5 millimeter needle, and I just went with the 68 stitches right off the hop, and I'm going to stay that because it'll work for the color work, and it's just going to give me, I think, a nice fit for the sock. Okay. So those are on the go with the Leo and Roxy basics, which I love. And then, okay, these I love. I can knit these while I'm watching TV, but it can't be anything I have to concentrate too hard on. The Dragonfly, Dancing Dragonfly Mittens by Sarah Kelly, or Gray Owl Knits.
Those are beautiful.
Aren't they? I just love them. I'm going to put them on. So this pattern has come out, and she is on a hat and a cowl. I don't think they're released yet. I'm not sure. But look at this. This is the first time I did Latvian braid.
Beautiful, eh?
Yeah. And I actually added, I think, 2 rows of the background color before and after this design, just so that it was set off from the braid a little bit. And I like a long cuff anyways. So just, that's the only thing I've done differently, because obviously you're not going to modify the color. It's perfect. It's just beautiful. My colors are, oh, and look at this. The bag. This is the Gingersnap bag. I think it's Tula Pink fabric. It's gorgeous. So my colors are the navy blue is Malabrigo sock. The color is Cote d'Azur. And the multicolored is actually Manos del Uruguay. And it's their
anniversary.
Peacock.
Oh, Peacock.
No, Peacock. It was an anniversary color. And they do have one called Peacock Plume, but I believe this is just Peacock. And I believe this was a limited time. I bought 3 of them. So yeah, I decided to use it. Manos del Uruguay Alegria, which I love. So it's just turning out beautiful. There's little pops of fuchsia in there. So look how far I'm almost at like starting for the decreases for the
They look
tips.
beautiful.
My thumb. I just love it. Doorbell rings. So I'm a little slow going on those, but I absolutely love them. And then I also did start, I don't have it here. I'm not very far. I won't show you. Oh no, I do have it here. I started the Nights That Say Knit mystery knit along. Can you believe it? But I bought it, but then I waited till I saw the first clue just to make sure, right? So, and that's because of one of the knitting groups I'm on. There were a couple of people doing it. So this is a spoiler alert. If you are knitting it and don't want to see the clues, look away for a minute. Just listen till I'm done showing it. But this is, it's a long rectangular wrap. And so this is how it is. Yeah, I think this is as wide as it gets. And then it starts going straight.
Oh, cool.
So it uses 2 full skeins as your main color. And I've put it away if anyone looked away. And then it uses 6 colors. You need, I think, 30 grams. So this is the just undyed, like natural color from, I think it's called Naturally from Timber Yarns. So I got 2 skeins of this. And then I thought, because I love the texture of her yarn, I'm going to do it in all her colors. So I ordered 2 each of a bunch of mini skeins.
Oh, nice.
So I've got Sand Dune, Dove. This is called Coffee, and I love it because it's a purpley brown. There, you can see it's kind of a purpley brown.
That's pretty. That's cool.
There's the charcoal gray, the pink mitten color, and the medium gray called just gray. So all these colors. And the pattern is like a lot of different short color runs. So
oh, nice.
I'm just using them in whatever order I feel like. Yeah, but it's kind of fun. And it's hilarious. Like if you're a fan of Monty Python, that's where it comes from, because it's the Knights That Say Me in the movie. And it's hilarious the way she's written the pattern and her clues. It's a lot of, so I'm working on.
I like it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's neat, eh? It's kind of fun. I won't get bored because it changes up so quick. And then I'm also doing not just another gnome.
Me too.
Yeah. And I'm actually using, I'm not very far. I'm a little behind, but I'm using.
I wanted to see a couple of the cute clues before I jumped in.
Yeah. Well, it starts with the hat. So I'm using the gray, Timber Yarns gray for the hat. And then the body is going to be this is a little brighter than it really is because of my lighting, but the body's going to be this rosy pink color, which I think this is from Suzanne, Knit Stitch London. I think this was a mini that she dyed up. And then I don't know what I'll either use natural or I have this.
I'd use that. That's cool.
Right? For the hands and whatever beard. So I think I might use that because it's kind of pretty. So yeah.
I am using the Leo and Roxy Basics.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I thought that would be a really cute idea.
It is. What colors are you doing?
I haven't decided. I'm having a hard time. So I think I'll probably use the natural. There's a gray, but I like the red and the turquoise together. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. We'll see.
Yeah.
See what I feel like when I'm doing it.
Yeah. And other than that, I'm not going to mention too much else. We've got some haul.
I went through retail therapy, but I do have to show this. Like I'm in love with this. It's Strands of Joy by Anna Johanna. Oh my goodness, it is beautiful. It's all color work, like all of it, right? Like, and it's just beautifully done, like gorgeous photography.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll see if
sweater?
What's that?
Is that a sweater?
Yeah, they're all sweaters. I think that's all that's in here is sweaters. There's one that I just fell in love with, and I have to do it as soon as I can. Where is it? But like just the photography is so gorgeous.
That's like
it's like the Lane books, the
52 weeks book.
Right? And the sock book, like just like look at this dress.
That's gorgeous.
It is, right? Like I can't find the one I want. It's called Feathers or something, and it has feathers, and it's so. I just fell in love with it the first time I saw it, and I thought, oh, and I'm like, I'm not paying that much for a book unless there's something else I like, and now I'm like, I like them all. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Just here.
Okay.
Hold on. This one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous? So yeah, but it's a beautiful book, and I'm going to be busy.
Okay. Haul, the big haul.
I have to admit to turning to retail therapy.
That's not like
right. It's not like me, but as I look around, I've had issues. So yeah. So do you want me to start, or do you want to start, or?
You start.
Okay. So while I was knitting the sweater with the Roslyn, I found out that it was discontinued, and I really love it. Like I love it. It's a great price point. It's really comfy. It's really great colors. So what would a person do if they found out that they were right? So I ordered this from the States and it came in, and it's 2 sweater quantities in a blue and a gray.
Nice.
And the funny thing is, when I found it in the States, it's like it's called the Yarn Shop in Nebraska. I forget what it's called. I'll give you the link though, if that's okay. But they had it on half price.
Nice.
So I bought those. And then Heidi Kiermeyer, she's doing a test. I couldn't do it because I was already a little bit committed. She's doing a test knit right now for this really cool stripe sweater. So I found those. So there's enough there for me to do the striped sweater with her, like when she releases a pattern. So I'm gonna do that with that. So yeah, so I went on a bit of a Roslyn kick. So that's 3 sweaters that I ended up buying. So yeah, it's I guess I'll only ever have 3 now. So I have to get knitted.
Yeah, that's a shame because it's beautiful yarn.
Mm-hmm.
I know I showed a few things. I've already been using some of the stuff I've ordered. So did I show this? I think I did, right? The pixel?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I already showed that. So a while back, I was ordering some other yarn from another store, and I thought I would try out this Estelle Evolution sock. So it's a kind of a gradient. You can see there's teal, some purple, pink. It's very plump, but
nice.
But when you stretch it out, like this is probably more like a croy. Like it's almost borderline sport weight, but yeah, super soft. And I think it's 100%. No, it's a 75-25. So nice. The colorway is wild berry. And I can't remember where I ordered it from. I'll add it on the screen. But anyways, a lot of stores sell Estelle. So it's Estelle Evolution sock. That I've had that for a little bit. Also a while back, Barry of Knitting Wolf Luxury Yarns was selling.
Right.
He had a sale on his Silky Aran, 60% merino, 40% mulberry silk. Nice. And I don't have a ton weight. So I ordered, it was a really good sale. I ordered 3 skeins in this color. Are you surprised?
No.
I don't know if it has a color name. Oh yeah, it does. Hypnotic Alpha. So I got 3 skeins in this really super rich teal color.
That's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And then 2 just in gray, Pewter Alpha. And I only ordered 1. Maybe there was only 1. This is Autumn Alpha.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. I mean, it would even go with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I was just like 40% silk, and it was like, I think it was 40 or 50% off that he had the sale. He was just putting it out. Yeah. So he's busy back in his
right.
He's busy back in his regular seasonal job. He works in like a nursery or greenhouse in that industry. So it's his busy time of the year. So he's probably not dying right now, but these are just gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh.
Just gorgeous. And then I was ordering something from the Little Red Mitten. I don't remember what. Oh, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. And they have these Shoppel Zauberball. It's a Zauberball.
Yeah.
So it's just all different. I love that it has that hand spun look.
That's cool, eh?
And then so that's fun. So that's a sock yarn. This too is a little bit of a like a regular. Yeah, it's not too heavy.
No.
So I think that's kind of fun. And then Heather from A Finch's Nest podcast was ordering from Holst Garn because she hasn't ever tried Holst Garn, and they had a sale on some of their coast. I think they had cones and a few colorways.
Yeah, specific colorways, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't everything. But she was gonna try some. So I wanted to try their Highland sock yarn. And so I just ordered one skein, and it's 50 grams, which is enough for a pair of socks for me. So this is Ecru.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty.
It's really nice. It's really soft. It's 80% superwash Highland and 20% nylon. It's really nice. You can see that it's got a really nice twist on it.
It does. It's pretty.
And then they have these little sample packs.
Cute.
Yeah. So this is the Tides base. And it's a little like a sample pack. So they're all the Tides base. They put together different color combos that look good together. So it's the Tides is 70% wool, 30% silk, and it's a total of 50 grams. So that must be like 10 grams each. And yeah, so there's enough to do something. But that way I can just check it out and feel it. That's what we do right now.
Yeah, it's nice.
He just dropped it off today, so I haven't felt it. So yeah, wool and silk. So, and it does feel a little bit coarse because it hasn't been washed, right? So it's still got some spinning oils and whatever. But this reminds me of Roslyn, actually. If you look at the flex in it, it's just a lighter weight. It's fingering.
Cool. Thanks to the people on our WhatsApp discussion, I found out that what are they called? Knitting Loft had a bit of a sale. So I this was on sale anyways. This is Chaboy Tweed Silk Cloud. So I bought a sweater quantity of this to go with something else. And then I bought a sweater quantity in this color to go with another, I don't know what, but I think those were 40% off. And then this is a bit of a, I wanted to try it. I think it's gorgeous. It's actually 100% linen from France.
Oh.
So yeah, so it's kind of it's a blue gray. See, so yeah. So I got a sweater quantity of that. So I just, I try it, and yeah, it's kind of neat.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
it's a sheen that.
Right? Yeah. So I thought, nah, I'm worth it. So
very nice. I think I have like just odds and ends. I've already shown some of it. Like I got some more Pixel Fade from Gingersnap. I got I have yarn coming. So I had ordered the sock blossoms from Timber Yarns for the Be a Freaking Acorn. They're in the mail. And another skein of Her Natural because I had to use one for a different project, so I need another skein. And then I have another rip too. Oh well, I'll talk about that another time.
I bought this thinking that this would work for one of my test knits, but it didn't. So I want to make a plain, like just a little t-shirt to throw over, like a knitted t-shirt to throw over, and it is Rowan hemp tweed. So it's basically wool and hemp. And that's the color I ended up getting. It's called Duck Egg.
Nice.
So yeah, so I got enough for a short sleeve. And then I also purchased from the same place, which is Riverside Yarns. I purchased this, it's Katia, and it's a 53% cotton and 47 linen. So yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that nice? So I haven't to do a full long sleeve sweater out of this. I think this would be really nice because with me being so fair, sometimes I like to put a light sweater on just to kind of get out of the sun. So I'm hoping this and the other stuff that I bought at Knitting Loft would work.
that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Speaking of sweaters.
Oh, what you got?
No, the new cardigan that Joji put out.
Yeah.
I love it. Straw cardigan.
Are you going to make it?
I don't know, maybe someday. I like that it's not straight down, like it kind of comes in and down.
Yeah.
The only thing is it has really wide arms, which I know are kind of popular right now. I would just modify the arms and taper them a bit because I don't like when they're saggy baggy and go to a cuff.
Like that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's gorgeous.
I mean, it's great if you're tall and have skinny arms, but I just want to look shorter.
I don't like skin tight arms, like sleeve either, right? But I just don't like, because then it's just a bunch of extra fabric that I'll mess up things. I'll dip it in ketchup or whatever.
Or you walk by a doorknob and get caught. Yeah. It's so true. You don't really, Yeah. But the other thing I find is sometimes I love knitting, but I find I usually go for more classic cuts just because, yes, those sweaters are really big right now with the big puffy sleeves, but are they going to be still as stylish in like 5 to 10 years, which is what, you're knitting, a lot of knitted sweaters I've had for years.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big thing, especially with, garments that whether you're buying really good quality garments or you're knitting them, that's something you should really consider. But
that's all I have.
I think you'll be surprised when you see what I bought from Be a Freaking Unicorn. Heads up, there was no gray.
All right. I think we've covered everything, haven't we?
No, yeah. We have to take a still shot though.
Okay, we'll take a still shot.
I remembered.
Well, just thank you for watching, and check out our Ravelry group for our knit alongs. So what do we usually say? Happy knitting.
Yeah, happy knitting. Take care.
Take time to make something. Bye.
Bye.